We welcome you to the Roxamore Sports Network coverage of 14 and under football as we see the Swissvale Braddock Wolverines take on the Homewood Bulldogs. And on Swissvale's first drive, they turned the ball over on downs, and now Homewood took over at the 26 of Swissvale Braddock, and now it's third down after two option keepers either giving up none or a couple yards lost. I'm Ty Polk, and I'm with Stan Beckton. And Stan, one thing we've been talking about is Homewood's way they've been attacking on the option. They've been using an interesting shotgun alignment as we have a timeout on the field. The quarterback is on the far left, and the two running backs are on the far right. Of course, we've all seen the shotgun formation and the various pistol and also stuff like that, but you never really see two backs straight to the right. It's usually a back on each side for the triple option. That was a very interesting play call and formation.
Yeah, and on that last time they ran that formation, you got to see that on that dive option from the near back in that kind of two-back look in the backfield, they were able to out-leverage the defense to the left side. So it looks like they're able to use a little bit of misdirection here in their second quarter to try to take advantage of the Woodland Hills defense.
So it's 3rd and 11. And penalties have marred this game to begin it. Really, we went the entire first quarter with the Wolverines having the ball. And they managed to make it from the 48 to right around the 26-yard line before being stopped on downs. And now Homewood takes over. One receiver on the top of your screen, two at the bottom, and a running back in the backfield. Here's the quarterback rolling to his right. Fires complete to number 7 on the run to the 50, and he'll get out of bounds at around the 45-yard line.
A great play design there, attacking that cover 3 look that the Wolverines are running right there. They were able to bring that corner inside with the wide receiver running a post on that and then have something run right underneath.
So new set of downs, first down at the 46. Home with the first chunk of yardage in this game. Quarterback to the right, quick keeper off to the running back, number 5. And he stopped up for maybe a gain for 1, or maybe back to the line. 10-minute quarters, but we're at the mercy of the referees right now as they do not have the scoreboard up for us.
And Woodland Hills has loaded a box against this Homewood attack.
So now it looks like there was a loss of 1 on that play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Great day for football here in Western PA. 82 degrees, mostly sunny. Homewood in the gold, Woodland Hills in the black and blue with tiger stripes. From the pistol, handoff to the running back, number 26. Breaks up the field to the 30. And he'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 25. Another new set of downs.
And when they go to that 3 wide receiver look, they're having good success running the ball. They're getting those linebackers out of the box, and they can attack inside.
Almost a mirror formation. We've seen Swissvale Braddock use that earlier, and this time Homewood decides to give them a little bit of taste of their own medicine there, and it works out. Now they're driving. No score so far. First down at the 28-yard line.
And this is around that same area that Swissvale Braddock stalled out on their drive when they got the ball in the first quarter. So they can capitalize off of this good field position right now. The Bulldogs can take an early lead.
That drive stopped at around the 26-yard line, so Now from the 28 on the same side of the field. And it looks like there's a penalty on the play. And they call encroachment on Swissvale Braddock.
You got to watch the ball if you're the defense down here in the red zone.
You can call it many things: encroachment, neutral zone infraction, offside. It all means the same thing. You lined up on the wrong side of the ball. And so that's a 5-yard penalty. And now it's 1st and 5. So Homewood has to make it to the 18 for a new set of downs. Working from the pistol, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. They give it to the tailback, and he's shut down by number 7 of the Wolverines, and that is a 2-yard loss.
And number 7 was able to get through that line in record time.
And they call timeout, Homewood.
Timeout for the Bulldogs. And then we get a timeout. We're going to get back to my man DJ. DJ, we got your debit card and your phone. Do the refreshment stand say debit card?
And it looks, and that will be one left for the Bulldogs. And if you're listening on the Roxamore Sports Network, please, your credit card and your cell phone is up here in the booth. Come and get it.
We can't do anything with it, so make sure
Phone,
you
wallet,
get it.
keys, it's always important.
We would call you and tell you to come get it, but we have your phone too, so.
Ball at the 20. As the Dogs are looking for the end zone, much like this man is looking for his cell phone and his wallet.
And speaking of phones, I'm looking for the Bulldogs to call one of these receivers' numbers and throw the ball here as they got some good field position down in the red zone.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They've been in this formation really since their 3rd play of the drive. QB keeper to the left corner.
And good backside pursuit there from number 3. Coming on the blitz, able to follow the play and track it down right before the first down.
But it looks like they're about a yard or 2 short. And looking at where the spot is of the stickman, looks like it is about a yard short.
It's going to be 3rd and 9. I mean, 1. I'm fault.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to that 2-back look in the backfield and try to get that misdirection back.
3rd and about a yard and a half.
And here you have it. They got that 2 offset backs.
Wide receivers far off the play, and it looks like there's a timeout by Swissvale Braddock. They have 1 remaining as they were trying to figure out that formation. A little bit funky as the receivers were far on the right. And when I mean far, I mean they were in Washington County, it looked like.
And when the receivers are that far out, there's only one place for them to go, and that's back inside, especially at this level. The quarterback's probably not going to throw the ball all the way out to the opposite sideline. So if you're the defense, you might want to shade a little inside and expect something coming back that way.
So 1 yard to go. Swissvale Braddock attempted a fullback dive early on in their first drive, and it didn't turn out very well for you. Could we expect the same thing or another option play?
I expect them to fake the read option. They've had some good success faking the read option to that near back and the 2 offset look in the backfield. So if they can fake that read option, you give the quarterback an option to either run out or he can pitch it to the other back.
So 1 yard to go. They have to make it past the 18 for a first down.
And they come back in that pistol look. Wouldn't be
Pistol
surprised if the
two
quarterback
backs.
keeps it.
Receiver still far out. They'll hand it off to the running back. Breaks in. Up the middle. And they drag him down to around the 6.
He got tackled into the first down.
So first and goal, 6 yards away. A drive that started at the 26
First and goal.
of Homewood has now made it down to the Swissvale Braddock 6. 6 yards to go for Paydirt. They go doubles, 2 to the left and right.
And everybody
looks
moved
like it's
but
a-
the center.
Everybody left with the ball.
Yes, it looks like it's the who was the center a few years ago for the Steelers that they had a false start against the Patriots, everyone but the center. It's a favorite call in NFL circles.
Might have been going on 2 there, but down in this red zone, you don't want to go for 2. You want to try to keep it on that regular snap count, because if you mess up that snap count, the only place to go, backwards. So still first and goal,
First and goal.
but now from the 12.
So from the 7, they go 5 yards back. So now it's 12 yards to get into the goal. There's no opportunities for a new set.
Now they're in his deuce look.
They go doubles again. Handoff to the running back up the middle. He's tripped up. And he'll fall back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard more.
Spread them out and run the ball is looking to be like the game plan here for the Bulldogs.
So many variations of the spread offense have come up in the last few years.
And it's a good offense to run, especially at this level when you can really put your quarterback at that with your best athlete out there and give him the ball and let him make the decisions out there.
So they'll try it again. And now 6 yards away from the goal line, it's second and goal. They go doubles once again. Running back 26 is now in the slot. Takes the snap,
Red flag on the play.
and another flag on the play.
That's 2 flags now here in the red zone for the Bulldogs.
So now the ball will move back to the 11. It looks like it was a false start.
False start. Bring them back to second and
Seems like a common thing at this level, though there's so many ways you can do a snap. You can also clap the snap. It's not just yelling hut, especially at this level in college.
And you might even be able to see a little bit of under center too, especially as you get closer to the goal line.
So the quarterback hands it off to the far back, 26. He gets around the corner. He'll go into the end zone. He breaks the pylon, but they say he was out of bounds at around the 1 yard line.
close to no signal.
That halfback power worked out once again for them.
So he did not break the plane. That ball will be placed at the 2, it looks like.
Now you have a timeout here from the Wolverines.
Looks like everyone's getting their water right now. There's one Wolverine to one knee, a couple actually to their knee. It's 82 out there, so yeah, it is hot. And
it's been a long drive out here for the Wolverines.
so we'll take a commercial break on the Roxamore Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Lisa Baldwin with Remax Select Realty. My experience and my commitment makes everything I touch turn to sold.
Call Lisa Baldwin at 724-933-6300 extension 489 or go to selecthomefinder.com.
Third down goal, ball from the 2. 0-0 is our score so far. Homewood driving from the Swissvale Braddock 26 all the way down to the 2. Pistol power up the middle. Try to fight to the goal line. What's the referee's signal?
And it looks like the far ref is coming in with that short.
Touchdown.
And they signal touchdown.
That fullback dive worked once again.
So the Bulldogs strike in this second quarter. But it looks like there's still a conference with the referees. And now they say they did not reach the goal line. So it's 4th and 1.
Pull that touchdown back.
And that looked to be like the far side ref had the best angle of that.
Actually, from where the ball is spotted on it, it looks like 4th and maybe half an inch, it looks like.
It's 4th from the break. 4th is by the debit card.
And
4th and an index card.
And Woodland Hills has a size advantage up in the interior, so if they can reset the line of scrimmage here, they can hold them. And that's exactly.
And he did not make it. Wow, they say he stopped at the line, but it looked like he crossed the plane at one point.
It'll be 1st and 10 more.
But his knee was down, so.
And number 7 burst through the line of scrimmage there on that D line and stopped the play in the backfield and stopped that initial momentum.
So what a hold by the Wolverines.
Let's not forget, they on TV. We at Roxamore Sports Network.com. You can also find them on Facebook and YouTube. Little opportunity for a young man to get on television.
So if you want to be your own official replay booth, you can rewind it a little bit and see if that made it across the goal line. But from my vantage point, it looked like his knee hit the ground and then he crossed the plane.
Yeah, his initial momentum did get stopped by the D line there. They have the advantage on the interior, so they were able to get that stop and stop that initial momentum. But there was no push from the rest of the backfield to help him get in.
And that looks like that was the final play of the first half, so we will go in there tied at 0 apiece. I'm Ty Polk, that's Stan Beckton. This is the Roxamore Sports Network.
Hey kid, let me tell you about the soul pit. and I want you to let everybody know about it. Soul Pit is what's happening in and around your city. Soul Pit is on the internet and around the globe. Soul Pit is on your block and in your car. Soul Pit is in your ear. It's in your hair. It's everywhere. Soul Pit is the latest news, hottest styles, culture, education, information, and more. It gets you ready for things to come. Hey kid, you know what the Soul Pit really is? It's a little something extra for your soul.
Films a shotgun formation, flanked by Siebels, and we have back deep, and you have it wide open, and it looks like he's going to go all the way to the house. Tariq Scipio, big play receiver for the Wolverines. Finally, they got the big play receiver the ball. Early detection and treatment is the key to save lives. So back to live action. Deontay Williams rolls out and finds a receiver deep in the end zone for the touchdown with 47 seconds left.
Trouble can find anyone. At Frank Walker Law, we take the time to understand your situation and work tirelessly on your behalf. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
Hi, welcome to Fit for Boxing Club.
Here at Fit for Boxing, you'll find a fast, fun, and effective workout where you can burn up to 1,000 calories.
Come try a free class at Fit for Boxing, where beginners are always welcome. It's fun for the whole family, people of all ages. Old or young, it doesn't matter. In addition to our trainer-led workouts, we also offer private lessons, community fundraiser and team building events for local companies and more.
Hi, my name's Mario. I've been a member at Fit for Boxing for a little over a year now. If you need to get a good workout in, come to Fit for Boxing, and Rich and his staff will take care of each and every one of you.
Fit for Boxing Club is located in Hampton Township, just outside of the city of Pittsburgh on William Flynn Highway. Come learn how to box and have fun. Call Fit for Boxing Club at 412-213-3584 or visit our website at www.fit4boxingclub.com.
So I started limping over there to her fast, but wasn't fast enough. So I had to get her attention. I'm like, hey. She turned around, see me limping towards her. She says, oh my gosh, you been shot. I just fell on the ground. There wasn't even nothing wrong with me.
Graduated from Ohio State Penitentiary. They got real classes in there. Anybody been in that school? No, they got real classes. Like, it's 50-year-old man in there. They was like, hey, fam, can you be quiet? I got school in the morning.
And I'm still fat. So if you watch season 1, I remained and maintained all this weight for season 2. I ate just enough fried chicken, cornbread, collard greens, mac and cheese, all that, just to maintain all of it.
Welcome back to the Roxamore Sports Network. As we are in halftime, the score nothing apiece between the Wolverines and the Bulldogs. And the story of the game really has been, well, drives that take up the entire quarters but end up with no points scored.
Yeah, they haven't finished any of the drives, but they have been able to control time's possession. It's about pretty even here, a quarter apiece for each team. So whoever can really capitalize on when they have the ball may be able to come out with the victory in this game.
And Homewood driving from Swissvale Braddock's 26 all the way down to the 1 yard line before being stopped on downs. So again, defense has been a story. Penalties have also been a story as they've derailed both teams' momentum, but it really was apparent for Homewood as they were almost on the go. They were just basically, literally, you just put the ball over the line and they score.
Yeah, Homewood had the ball at the 6 yard line on 1st and goal, and then they had a 5 yard penalty. Then they got the yards back, had another 5 yard penalty. And then they were able to get the ball all the way up to that inch line of the goal line. But when you're having such inconsistency with your momentum and your drive, then it can really make it hard for you to get that energy to push the ball in.
And meanwhile, for the Wolverines, it looks like it's trying to figure out, well, what works for their offense. As also they had 2 fumbles on that first drive, and those almost cost them dearly. Really, if Homewood just falls on the ball, they take over almost around where they would have started the drive before that first penalty.
Yeah, they got lucky being able to recover their own fumbles, but if you're the quarterback, you get out in space, you got to tuck that ball high and tight because they are attacking that.
So what are your keys for Swissvale Braddock in this second half?
If I'm Swissvale Braddock in this second half, defensively, my key is to focus on your actual keys and contain the misdirection offense that Homewood likes to run. And offensively, my key for the Wolverines would have to be to limit their penalties, because their penalties are momentum killers so far, because they got the ball all the way down to the 26, but penalties really hurt them.
So Homewood deferred until the second half, so they, even though they managed to not cross the goal line in that last half, they still get the ball back first and an opportunity to put up this game's first points.
And if the Wolverines match the onside kick that the Bulldogs did to open the game, they may start off with better field position here than they did to originally start that second quarter.
Yeah, that onside kick actually got them at the 48, so we'll see what they can do there. We'll take another quick commercial break as we'll be right back with second half action on the Roxamore Sports Network.
Want to put a spotlight on some of these kids who could be going places, and we want to be there to help them get to the next level, whether it be Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, junior college, wherever they want to go, we want to support them and get them to the top.
We have some pretty successful and high-level bowlers that were able to gain exposure through Roxamore Sports Network. And so for me, the decision was a no-brainer from the standpoint of it elevated the profile of our athletic department, it elevated the profile of our school district, and most importantly, it elevated the profile of our student athletes.
To bring light and a mic to a situation to make a difference. That's what Roxamore has always meant to me.
What surprised me the most about Roxamore is, well, how dedicated it was.
So I'd absolutely recommend Roxamore Sports Network, and why is simply because Roxamore Sports Network is in it for the business of helping kids.
Delivering a sports experience like no other. That makes you say, oh, that's all right. As an old man would once say, that's all right.
with your vision, they losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard. I'm talking words you understand. I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere you know. I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the Lord the most. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side. I'm talking south side. I'm talking east side. I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide. I'm going worldwide. I'm going worldwide. I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide. I'm going worldwide. I'm going worldwide. I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all fun and game to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chilling with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Turner brothers, yeah, we screaming lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah.
East side, west side, north side, worldwide. It's the Roxamore Sports Network. We welcome you back to second half action. Kickoff out of bounds by Swissvale Braddock will have the Bulldogs take over at the 31-yard line. Yes, the 31-yard line. And so now we'll see this Homewood offense to manage to drive from the 26 all the way down to the 1, less than a 1, maybe about a index card or so away from crossing the plane and picking up the first points of the game.
And they had good success the last time they had the ball, like you said, getting all the way down to the goal line. And now they come out here under center. They didn't run that kind of formation at all last time they had the ball, so they talked about something there in that halftime.
Yeah, they're going single back trips to their left, and they lose the snap. And Swissvale Braddock falls on it at the 30-yard line.
And that Wolverines defensive line has been dominating here these last two plays. The last time we saw them on the goal line, they burst through the offensive line and stopped the quarterback before he could get any positive yards. And here, quarterback's under center, they messed up the snap exchange.
So how about them apples? On their first drive, Swissvale Braddock fumbled the ball twice, and they recovered it. This time, Homewood fumbles it on their first snap of the second half, and Swissvale recovers it. Now they take over at the 30 for a first down. Can they capitalize on their field position? Last time they failed and turned the ball over at the 26.
And they come back here in this pistol pro look here.
A little bit of a screw up on the snap there, and that will be a 5-yard loss, so not what they wanted to begin this drive.
Yeah, that's the third missed exchange between the quarterback and running back out of that pistol look. But one thing I did notice at the end of that play is as the Bulldog defenders were running in, they were trying to strip that ball away. So they might be trying to take advantage of those two fumbles they didn't recover in the first half and try to get another chance at one.
So now 2nd and 15. And primo scoring position for the Wolverines. They hope not to score under this one as well. Empty backfield. Two receivers left and right, tight end to the right.
I would look for a QB draw here.
And it looks like there's a flag on the field. And they say false start, so that's another 5 yards back. And it's now 2nd down and 20. Less than ideal start after a great defensive play. Clock rolling.
And they come out here with another empty look. But even with this empty look, the Bulldogs have a lot of defenders in the box.
Keeper to the left. And he'll fight his way up. 9-yard pickup, and they get almost back to normal. It's 3rd down and 11.
This got to be 4-down territory here if you're the Wolverines, especially when you consider that last time their defense wasn't able to get off the field, and the Bulldogs held the ball for an entire quarter.
So 3rd and 12.
And now they're in a quads look here.
Bunch to the left.
I look for a rollout here.
Quick pass over. And that one a little bit of a floater alert there, but that might get them 2 or so, and now it's 4th and 9.
Looks like they're spotting him at 4th and about 11 here.
So, PA announcer did say 3rd and 12, so that's a 1-yard gain.
And the quarterback has to get more zip on that ball on those short passes because the defense was right there. Half a second later, that one might have gone the other way for 6.
How rare is it to see passes in 14 and under football?
It's pretty rare to see passes out of a look like, especially the look you're seeing now where it's kind of an empty set because you try to spread them out and take advantage of the weakness and the numbers advantage in the box. But you can pass the ball a lot of times if you can get that quarterback out of the pocket rolling out.
Empty backfield, QB power. And he reverses his field, and he is shut down, and that is a turnover on downs. And 26 for Homewood has been all over the ball on each side.
And it looks like that's the end of the quarter as well, so 26 can kind of take over this game in this 4th quarter. He might be able to get the Bulldogs the first points of this game this afternoon.
And what could also be the winner here. So now it's the 3rd drive for Homewood.
If I'm the Wolverines, I want to hope that my defensive line can continue what they've shown me these last few drives. They have the clear size advantage in the trenches, so they can continue to take advantage of that. They can free up their linebackers to make plays and get to the ball.
And a timeout for the Wolverines. So it's clear one score will win this game.
And that's the 2nd straight possession actually for the Wolverines where they've been unable to score. They haven't been able to get the ball. Once they get inside the 30, they haven't been able to get anything going.
They took over in their first drive at the 48-yard line near midfield. And this time they got even better. They were at the 30 going in, and they just could not capitalize. and they couldn't get much further than that. They had 2 straight penalties that doomed them. So now here comes Homewood with their 3rd drive. And they will go doubles. Quick keeper off to the running back, number 26. And he couldn't keep his feet there off the stiff arm. But he will gain, looks like, 2 yards.
And if you're the receivers, you got to help your running back out a little bit more than that to try to at least turn your defender one way or another so the running back can cut off of you.
So it looks like a 1 or 2 yard gain. And now that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 8, maybe 9. They go doubles again. And now they hand it off to number 26. He gets around the corner to the 50, to the 45, and he's touched up at around the 41, and he comes down a little bit hurt there.
And it looks like he's hurt here. The turf monster got a hold of him when he was in that open field. But
looks like he's holding his hamstring.
Yes, looks like the hamstring on that one, but it was great blocking out there at wide receiver from number 5, able to get his defender almost 5 yards off the ball and clear that gap for number 26 to run right through for a great gain right there. And when Homewood goes into that deuce set, they're having good success running the ball. They haven't thrown the ball that much this afternoon, but when they're able to spread them out, they get those defenders out of the box because you can't just leave a defender uncovered. So if they can do that some more, as you see they come back out in that deuce set, they should be able to have more success running the ball.
So to the 49, a new set of downs, 1st down. QB switches places.
You would think that's a flag. Illegal procedure.
And now a handoff to number 5.
And he lowers.
Field, breaks the tackle. And a gang tackle by the Wolverines. He's still charging all the way to the 20. And now he's finally brought down at the 20.
And he lowered the boom on that one once he got in the open field. I'm surprised the refs didn't stop that play before it could get started, though, because they did have a receiver coming in motion on one side and the other receiver was still moving. So
they might be influenced by that new Matt Canada offense in which everybody is motioning, even me and you, and we're just watching TV.
Yeah, but Homewood's been able to use misdirection this whole afternoon and take advantage of the Woodland Hills defense. It looks like they're running a kind of a 3-4, a 3-down lineman look out here defensively. So when they're able to spread them out, they can get those linebackers out of the box, and they have free range to carry the ball.
So you can call that a 17-yard gain and a 1st down. So now, 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. They have to get to the 12.
And it looks like they're about to bring some heat here from the Woodland Hills.
It looks like they had that shut down, but running back gets away. And now he'll make it down all the way to the 10-yard line.
And it looked like they ran the counter right there as the running back started going to the right and cut back to the left.
So they had their bell cow with number 26 on the bench. He's hurting the play that moved them up, and now they're at the 10. It's 1st and goal. Back-to-back double-digit gains have them driving with an opportunity to put up the first points of this game.
And they have the formula for success. We're interested to see what adjustments the Wolverines can make to stop it. Because if you look now, they only have 6 people in the box, and they have 7 defenders.
Cuts inside number 1, and he's hit hard.
Big hit there from number 7. Got to protect yourself at all times.
So the hardest 3 yards gained you'll probably see. And now they have 7 yards to go to pay dirt. And timeout by the Bulldogs. They have 2 remaining. It seems like the tenor has changed in this game. The Bulldogs managed to reel off 3 straight gains of 12 or more that have got them into scoring position. And we'll see what happens there as we'll take a break on the Roxamore Sports Network.
Trouble can find anyone. At Frank Walker Law, we take the time to understand your situation and work tirelessly on your behalf. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
And welcome back. 0-0 on our score. Ty Polk, Stan Beckton with you. It's now 2nd and 7 yards to the goal. For the Dogs.
They changed back to that pistol look after going with the spread deuce look early on this entire possession. So normally we've seen this afternoon when they do that pistol look, they either handed it to the running back or QB keeper.
And they will hand it to the running back. Number 2 yards over a man and gets down to the 2-yard line.
They've been able to break tackles all afternoon.
It looks like he gained a little bit more than 5. He gets 6, and now it's 3rd and goal at the 1, and hopefully no deja vu all over again for the Bulldogs. So who will get the ball in close? As now it's 3rd and 1. And they hand it off to number 5, and he's in. Touchdown.
And number 5
Homewood.
proving to be a true bell cow for this Bulldog offense. There's no debate on this touchdown. That one went into the end zone.
Running back walks in standing up. It's now 6-0 as the Bulldogs will look for the extra point. And it looks like they'll go for more than 1. They'll go for the 2. They're in the T formation. And he handed off the middle up to 5. And he fights his way in. 2-point conversion. Successful.
So an early 8-0 lead here. I want to see if the Wolverines can answer.
So a 7-play drive nets them the touchdown, and they add in the 2-point conversion, and now they have an 8-0 lead. So now we have to see if the Wolverines can come back with an offensive score of their own.
They may be able to get good field position here, though, because last time the Bulldogs kicked off, they did an onside kick. It remains to be seen if that was because of the kicker not being able to kick the ball deep or if that was just a strategy. And from the angle of that football, it looks like they're going to go with that onside once again.
Homewood has shown confidence in their defense, and rightfully so, if they've been able to stop Swissvale Braddock from not even reaching the red zone. So number 5 will kick it away. Everyone up close for the Wolverines. And they'll squib it away as well, as it looks like it's enough for an onside. He almost got it. And now they fight for the ball, and it looks like the Wolverines, number 17, will come up with it at the 45, but it almost bounced into the hands of Homewood.
And they always told me when I was on that front line of onside kicks that if you don't get the ball, make sure you hit somebody. And that's exactly what they did on that one for the Wolverines, because that one was very close to being a game-changing recovery for the Bulldogs.
So it'll take over at the 45-yard line. And their average start of field has been really good. It's the offensive production from there that has been lacking. Only 1 first down in this game.
And there's been a lot of penalties here from the Wolverines this afternoon. So if they can tighten those up, they may be able to finally get something going on the offensive end.
Third drive for the Wolverines coming up.
They had some success early on with the QB run and the QB power. They kind of strayed away from that on their last possession.
So we'll see what they can do. From left to right, they'll go on your TV screen. So it looks like a switch, and now they'll go one receiver left and right, and they got a man open, number 20. Catch made at the 40. Makes a man miss, and he's gang tackled at around the 45. And he's down hard. He hit the ground hard.
And they were able to catch everybody sleeping there. The corner had his eyes in the backfield, and number 20 was able to get down the field. A little more air under that ball, and he might have scored.
So a 20-yard pass gets them down to the opposite 45, first down.
Yes, first and 10. Wolverine ball.
And it looks like number 20 does have to sit out a play for a check for injury on that one. As that one ends the quarter.
So that will end the quarter in an exciting way. Stay tuned, folks. We got a game, looks like, as the Bulldogs are up 8-0. A 20-yard completion on that last play, and it's their best play of the day so far on, really, aside from runs, either team.
And I think they might want to try to spread that ball around, as we've been able to see that even on those design passes, when they roll out the quarterback, he can make that decision to run if nothing's there. So if they can get some more of those passes incorporated into this offense, they may be able to cut this lead back to 0 in no time.
So first down and 10 from the 35-yard line. We'll see what the Wolverines can do after that big play. I'm Ty Polk. That's Stan Beckton. As we're with our first game here with 14 and under football, and it looks like there is a player being stretchered off right now for the Wolverines. Shotgun receiver left and right. QB run, and he loses the ball, and again another recovery by Swissvale Braddock. That's the third fumble of the day for them.
Third fumble of the day for the quarterback for the Wolverines, but also the third recovery by his teammates on those fumbles. So his teammates got his back.
So he'll certainly be doing drills this week to fix that problem. As with the fumble, that counts as a 1-yard gain. Second and 9 coming up. First down yardage is at the 25. Actually, the ball's back one more yard. It's second and 11. Toss over. Number 3 makes a man miss, fighting his way, and he'll manage to get right back to the line of scrimmage.
It was a little bit of hesitation there from number 3 running the ball. Almost looked like he was trying to do a halfback pass.
Yeah, it seemed like the pass did not really come out there. It was kind of robotic with the pitch. It looked like I was playing backbreaker.
And with the advantage they had on the offensive line, I think they got to stay inside the tackle box with these runs because that's where they're getting the most success.
So third and 11, run to the left, cuts back to the right, makes another man miss, loses the ball again. That is 4 fumbles.
And you can notice to punch that one. He is running with the ball, but every time he makes a move, the ball is swinging out away from his body. He has to keep that ball tight on those juke moves, on those cuts, because the Bulldogs are punching at that football. And it should be 4th down, but we'll wait for the sticks to move.
And the referee's making a signal over to the stick man to move it to 4th down. So now here we go. It is 4th down. This ball's at the 38.
So it's about 4th and 13 here. We get a timeout from the Wolverines.
Has to be deflating anytime they manage to get a little bit of confidence. It just comes back crashing in on them.
Yeah, and earlier on in the game, on the first 2 fumbles, the ball was able to fumble forward and they recovered it. But now the ball is fumbling backwards. So all the positive yardage they're getting on these runs is just getting negated by turnovers.
So what do you do to fix? You said carrying it inside. Is it switching to another arm? Is it just being more careful on the jukes?
Well, on that one, he had the ball in the right arm, literally the actual right arm of his body going to the right. So that's the arm you want the ball in, but he was swinging the ball like a bread loaf. He has to hold the ball tight like it's a baby up near his body so that way when he cuts, that if they punch the ball, it's going to go against his body versus when it's out in the open, there's nothing to prevent the ball from popping out. It's a fixable issue. He can definitely get that fixed, but with a little bit of practice and some intentionality behind it.
What are some of the drills you could do? The punch the ball drill? Is that another thing?
I think it just comes down to, in practice, just having the coaches monitor that, and if he's swinging the ball, tell him run the play again. Like, he can get the play right. As we're seeing out here, he got about a good 8-yard gain reversing field on that, but he ended up having a negative impact by fumbling the ball. So if he can just hold that ball high and tight, he'll be better.
4th and 13. And they go empty.
They have a new quarterback back there as number 2 is on the sideline.
Takes a snap. And he'll fire that one long. And that one almost intercepted. So the ball will go back to Homewood, and Homewood looks to seal the victory.
And if you're the DB, if you're the DB on that one, you want to make that interception, but it's actually the smart play to just drop that ball or bat it down. We'll say he batted it down. We're not going to say he dropped it. We'll say he batted it down because the ball stays at the line of scrimmage versus going back farther back down the field. So you get a better starting field position on that 4th down. But great coverage by both the corner and the safety.
So Homewood starts to drive at their 38. And it's among their best starting field position of the day. It's 1st and 10. They give it to the running back. Number 7 cuts out to the left.
And he has
makes
some
a man
speed.
make. He's got the speed. He's got one man to beat, and they will not catch him. Touchdown, Homewood.
And that was really all number 7 from the start of the play. Penetration in the backfield. He was able to change direction, get outside, and then accelerate past the defenders. A great play for about a 61-yard gain.
62-yard run from the 38, so. So 14-0 is the score.
Is there a yardage for like 1-point and 2-point conversion?
Yeah, the first line is
So they line up in a goal line set, and they give off to the running back, and the extra point is good. He crossed the plane there and managed to pick the ball up in the end zone to secure it.
And even right there, they were able to have misdirection on that one.
No, I said I need to be in some water. I'll take that water and pour it on me. Yeah, I need a Gatorade. I got you.
So now with a 14-0 lead here in this 4th quarter, it might be put out of reach.
So 14-0 ball game as we're going to the kickoff. And the Wolverines right now looking for.
And last
some points
time
for
the
pride.
Bulldogs kicked off, it was an onside kick that they nearly recovered.
If it wasn't for a hit by number 17 for the Wolverines, it would have been a Homewood ball. And they would have picked it up at around the 45-yard line. So we'll see if they could do that.
And they only have 4 people on that front line. And the next closest people are about 10 yards back. They should move them up. Well, now they have a 5th
20 over
in.
there is like the lone person in that lane. And it needs 10 yards to travel, and he's 10 yards back. And now it looks like they filled that lane with number 56.
But that second line should definitely move up.
And now, as I say that, 56, they are making it over to that lane. And now there's a lot of confusion on Swissvale. So now 9's in that far lane. Well, close lane on your screen.
And 56 is about 2 yards back from where the ball needs to go. So they might kick it right at him again.
Really, 25 and 2's got a lane there. High bounce over there, recovered by Swissvale at the 38.
Good job by number 8 getting down as soon as he caught that. So now here in this fourth quarter, we've seen willingness from the Wolverines to throw this ball. They'll need to show some more of that if they want to get back in this game and have a chance to win very quickly.
So they'll spot the ball at the 40. And it's first down. We're in the final couple minutes here in the fourth quarter. And it looks like Swissvale Braddock needed an extra players. Now they finally got 11 out there. They tell him to play,
and after his 4th fumble, number 2 is no longer in at quarterback.
And another timeout for Swissvale Braddock. It looks like they're out of sorts in communication right now.
Now they're down to only 1 timeout left.
So, Stan, tomorrow we have the Steel City Kickers League. It's the playoffs and also the championship, all-star festivities, and the award ceremonies. What are you looking forward to tomorrow?
I'm looking forward to Diamond Divas and Renegade in that first playoff game tomorrow. I think it'll be an exciting clash. Last time you had a 3-1 outing. Diamond Divas were able to win, but it was their lowest scoring total. So if Renegade can get the added run support that they've been able to get since making a lineup change since that game, they may have an exciting day on the Roxamore Sports Network tomorrow.
And also coming up in the pipeline is the Rock Comedy Show. Season premiere August 25th, Season 2. Busy time here on the Roxamore Sports Network as we're about to embark on high school sports. High school football, you'll see the football showcase actually is next weekend as well. You'll also see us here a lot with the Woodland Hills Wolverines high school team. So stay tuned, folks, as we're back in the busy period once again, like we never left. So from the 40, Swissvale Braddock will start their drive.
They've now moved the former quarterback number 2 out to receiver after having those 4 fumbles.
A tight end, 3 wide receivers, and a running back, and it looks like they jumped on the play. So 5-yard penalty moves it and starts at 1st and 5. Let's take a look at the formation Homewood has right now. It looks like they have 2 deep safeties, 4 corners, and it looks like they will run. It looks like they're going in a dime.
And on that last 4th down attempt where they did throw the ball, they were in a cover 4 shell, so that might be their go-to for any deep passing here late in this game.
Swissvale will counter with a tight formation. Motion over, and they give it to the running back, number 3. Gets around the corner, and he'll fight forward and pick up 2 yards.
But even with that positive yard on that jet sweep, it would struggle on the handoff once again.
It seems like it's timing for them, because there's that split second of hesitation where it's like, should I take it or should I not? And that's going to be something learned over time where it's just almost seamless.
And when you have a new quarterback in there, he might not have been the quarterback taking those reps in practice, so that might be a little bit of where that timing issue comes from.
So it's 2nd and 3.
And the clock is running after being tackled in bounds right there. So they need to hurry up and get on the ball here.
4-2-6 for the Dogs. I formation. They give off to the fullback, number 3, his 2nd straight carry. And he looks like he'll just make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Struggle once again with the handoff. This has to be 4-down territory once again, though, down 14-0.
So it's 3rd and 3. Maybe their final chance. But all they need is to reach midfield for a new set of downs. Shotgun right bunch, 1 receiver at the bottom of your screen. Takes the snap, rolling to his right. He's under pressure, gets hit as he throws, and that one wounded duck short, incomplete.
There was no backside protection on that rollout. Number 11 was able to come smooth off the edge and get to the quarterback.
I talked to Brian McFadden last night for one of my podcasts, and he mentioned a play that he got. His first career sack fumble was against Brett Favre. He came off late on the edge, and it almost surprised the offensive line. That was almost a similar play there, but the difference is the quarterback just got it off.
Yeah, on those rollouts like that, you normally leave one defender on the backside unblocked, but if they time it just right, they can get to that quarterback.
So 4th and 3. Two receivers left and right. Tight end to the right. Empty set. And he rolls to the right. And this time he's under siege again, but this one's complete for a first down as he's brought down at the 45.
Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Wolverine offense.
So an 8-yard pass. And that's the second first down for Swissvale Braddock in this game.
And on that one, they were able to roll the quarterback out once again. But this time, the defensive end for the Bulldogs was unable to get there.
Only one receiver to the right. But a two tight end set with a running back. Takes a pass. 11 is free again. Quick pass over, complete. Makes a man miss. Up to the 40. Cuts over to the 35. Stays on his feet. And he'll be out at the 31-yard line.
It looked like a player is down after a crackback block on that one.
Back-to-back first down passes.
And number 8 was able to make some guys miss on that one. And the ball was almost picked off, but he was able to snatch it away from the defender and then get upfield in a hurry.
Who is he? Anybody know? You don't have a name? That sucks.
12-yard pass for first down. Now on first down. Quarterback rolls to the right, and that one a little bit short, incomplete.
An interesting rollout on that one with only one receiver split out that way. That would have put him at 2nd and 10.
It's still a one-shot game. Well, two-shot game, actually, but at least they can get back into it.
And they have a chance to get back into it. They can get some more success passing the ball, but they'll need to get more than just one receiver out wide.
Right now, number 11 for Homewood has just been able to get around that edge and complete and cause all types of chaos for that offensive line. They tried to chip him with number 9 on the far end, and it didn't work out.
And you can see they now have 2 split ends on that side.
And here they go again, a quick pass over, complete, first down yardage.
Now they're playing like a completely different team.
And suddenly, the quick passing game has been working.
It seems like they're not accounting for the running back out of the backfield, so he's just able to get those short passes and get upfield.
Number 2 hurry up and got off the field. I mean, they might be able to get on the board before the game's over. See if they can get find Peter.
They're chipping away at the yard line. The yardage, getting closer to the goal line, bit by bit here.
So a new set of downs, a 9-yard gain on that last play.
And they're rolling away from number 11, who's at that right defensive end every time. So if they can end up actually blocking him, somebody peeling back. I saw on that last one, the right guard did peel back to try to block number 11. If they can end up containing him, they can give that quarterback some time, and he might be able to get that ball to the end zone now at the 21-yard line.
So a new set of downs here as Swissvale Braddock looks for their first points of the game. I'm Ty Polk. That's Stan Beckton. 14-0 our score. 2 touchdowns by the Bulldogs have been the difference so far, but the Wolverines on their most successful campaign of this game, 21 to the 21, it was a 10-yard gain, and now they have a first down. They could still pick it up without scoring.
And number 8's not in the backfield anymore, and he was a target on the last few plays.
And this one, a quick pass over. The same play has been working, and they'll get down to the 10. That's another first down, 11-yard pickup.
So it doesn't matter who it is in that backfield. Number 3, number 8, they're getting that ball into the running back's hands. I think we have a timeout on the play.
So when you look at this entire game, you can talk about it for Swissvale Braddock. It's been the fumbles and it's been the penalties that have done them in. And for Homewood, they've been able to run the ball successfully, even though they were stopped on their first drive. That hasn't deterred them.
Yeah, the Wolverines have been kind of shooting themselves in the foot, kind of stalling their own momentum with penalties, fumbles. Even though they haven't turned the ball over on the fumbles are still stalling that momentum. And then on the offensive end for the Bulldogs, that 61-yard game-breaking run was just poor tackling from the defense, and they're just able to take advantage of the small mistakes that have been made this afternoon.
We embark on a 9-play, 50-yard drive. They're 10 yards away from completing it. And now it's first down and 10.
And number 8 remains on the sideline, and he's been the running back who's kind of been that scat back in the backfield. So now with number 3 back there, will they get him out in space to try to get the ball as well?
First and goal. Shotgun. QB run up the middle, cuts into the left. Finds the corner and scores! Touchdown, Wolverines! So the Wolverines are finally on the board as we're towards the end of this game.
A great QB design run there from the Wolverines coaching staff. They were able to get number 2. The decision to either hand it to the running back or keep it on that read option, and he was able to make the right decision and get upfield and score that touchdown.
They'll opt for the 1-point conversion. So it looks like they'll have one receiver on the far left of the quarterback and a receiver far out on each side. Shotgun trips, motion. They give it to the receiver. He cuts over, and he's stopped up, so the conversion is unsuccessful.
They tried to get number 1 to out-leverage the defense, but they weren't able to do so on that, as that ends the game.
So the final score, Bulldogs 14, Wolverines 6.
A great game here and a great effort by the Bulldogs to be able to finish this game.
So final thoughts for this game?
I like how the Bulldogs were able to not let that goal line stop to end the first half, stop their momentum entering the second half, and they were able to come out and open the half with a touchdown drive.
Yeah, and it was a great fight by the Wolverines in that final drive there to get a touchdown to break the shutout and hopefully have something to build on next week.
I think there is some things to build on for them. I think if they can get that ball security a little bit better, they might be able to capitalize on some of these drives and actually get some leads in their games for the rest of the season.
So once again, our final score, the Homewood Bulldogs 14, the Swissvale Braddock Wolverines 6. Coming up, we'll have one episode from the Rock Comedy Show Season 1, and be sure to stick around tomorrow as we'll have the Steel City Kickers League playoffs, and we'll also have the skills competition and award ceremony. Will be exciting to see that.
1 p.m. tomorrow, Roxamore Sports Network, Steel City Kickers playoffs. No better season than playoff season.
And so for Stan Beckton, I'm Ty Polk. This is a Roxamore Sports Network production. All rights reserved and provided by the executive producer and CEO, Leon Rockymore, Mr. Rockymore. And from the Wolverena, we say good day, and we'll see you tomorrow for some kickball action on the Roxamore Sports Network.